When starting to use the virtual unknown program, one of the problems that people usually encounter or can encounter at some point is an error that says all microbes have been eliminated, and then it won't let them go any further. We'll look at that error and we'll see how to fix it in this video. We're going to start a new unknown. We'll call it eliminated. You can call your unknowns whatever you want. We get a case study. I'm going to read through that, and then we're going to identify our gram stain. Once we've identified our gram stain, we start our lab report. If you go to lab report, you'll see it's already been started for you. It tells your name, it tells the date you did the lab, it says you did a gram stain. When you did the gram stain by putting negative, your choices were positive or negative. By choosing negative, which was correct, you've eliminated 53 possibilities and you have 71 remaining. Within the program are 124 microorganisms. The point of the program is to keep doing tests until you narrow it down to one. Now it's going to take us a few labs to get to that point. We're not going to be able to do that right off the bat. We're just kind of going to be learning for the first few. So what we'll do next is a test. We're going to try to narrow that 71 down and figure out what that is. So we're just kind of going to guess. We're going to do the phenol red glucose test, call it glucose 1, and we're just going to guess here. I'm going to say this is a positive test. So I'm going to record my results and say it's positive. Okay, doesn't tell me anything right off the bat. I don't know if it's positive or not, but if I go up to the lab report, we're going to see that we have 71 remaining here after the acid test, 56 remaining after glucose. Looks like we're doing okay. We're still narrowing things down. We're getting that number lower than 71, so that's good. We're working it down. But what if I had put negative? What would happen? Let's try it. And you can do the test as many times as you want. Each time you do it, it'll override the test before. So glucose 2 will override glucose 1. This time I'm going to put that it was positive. Or I put positive last time, let's put negative. Okay, I'm going to put negative. Okay, now let's check and see what we've got here. View lab report. Uh-oh, now I've eliminated everything. I had 71, I eliminated 71, now I'm stuck. There's nothing remaining. If I try to identify an unknown with nothing remaining, that means I did something wrong and I'm going to not be able to identify the unknown. So in that case, unknown, identify, I'm going to get an error because nothing's remaining. In order to fix this error, I have to go back and do the test again. There it is. And put positive again. That fixed my error. Now I have some remaining. As long as I have a number here, then it will let me choose an unknown. So then I can go to unknown, identify, and pick one of these. It'll just be a guess because I haven't done enough tests to know for sure, but we'll guess this one. I'm done testing. I was not correct because I was just guessing, but I do want to see my report. Up, my identification. Oh, that's a good thing that happened. I didn't close my lab report last time. I just went back to identify. If I close, so it's still showing me the old one. If I close my lab report, view my lab report again, that'll update it. That was a good thing that happened so that I could see that because sometimes that confuses people. All right, now on my lab report, this was the unknown I was assigned. This is the unknown that I said it was, which was wrong. And the good thing about the lab report is that it tells me everything I did wrong. So when you turn in your lab report, you always have to turn in your PDF so I can make sure you did it, that you did it during this semester because it gives me a date, and it will track every single thing you do wrong, which is a good thing because that's how you learn. In this case, it can tell me I didn't do the test. I didn't actually do the test. I just guessed because it told me result to guess because I guessed twice. As I move on, then now here is what we'll do in part 2. So if you're just trying to fix part 1, you can stop the video here. But let me show you what we're going to do in part 2 to fix this problem. In part 2, we're going to actually do the test. Oh, I have to do a new unknown, because once you do your lab report, you can't go back and fix anything. But you can always start again. You can do the lab as many times as you want. All right. Now we're going to do the test for real. So I'm going to do a phenol red glucose broth test. Glucose 1. And I'm going to show you how to go through this process. Okay, to go through the process of inoculating the unknown so that we're not guessing, you're going to pick a loop, and we're going to have to flame the loop, and we're going to have to flame the tubes so that we sterilize them. Right click, turn on your burner, right click, remove your caps. You're going to burn the loop. It's called flaming the loop, so that you get it nice and sterile. You're going to pick up your tubes with your mouse. You're going to flame the media, flame the inoculum. Then you're going to go into the inoculum. This is the bacteria. You're going to pick up some. You're going to take it over to the clean media here. You're going to put some in there, and you'll see as I come out, it's going to say media stabbed. That means it was inoculated, and you can see the green stoplight up here means you were successful. If that's not green, you did something wrong. Okay, I'm going to flame my loop. I'm going to flame my test tubes again. Pick them up with your mouse. Get them both. Media flamed, inoculum flamed. I'm going to put the lid back on. Turn off my burner. And it acts just like you're in a real lab, so that you get used to the steps and you can do them automatically. Okay, I'm going to put that into the incubator. I need to let it sit for 24 hours, so new day. Right click on my incubator, pull that out. Now I can record my results. You can see in there that it looks like, on this one it looked like the gas tube was empty. It's kind of hard to see the gas tube, and that's where people make the biggest mistakes, is the gas tube here. We can't tell if it's positive or negative. We'll say it's negative. We'll say there's no gas in there, and then we'll see if there was an error, because it'll tell us. It is definitely a positive result for this because it's yellow. So sometimes it takes a little bit of finagling to get used to what the report is showing you. All right. Okay, so now I had eliminated 70, or I have for 71 remaining after my gram stain. My acid didn't eliminate anything. There's still 71 remaining, so that didn't really help me. But the gas eliminated, of these 71, it eliminated 38, so we're narrowing things down. We're getting there. So we have remaining 33. We can go then to the identification and pick one again. We're still at the point of guessing. By the time you get to about lab 10, then you'll be expected to know how to do this, but not lab 1 and 2. We're just learning the process. All right, yes, I was not correct. I'm going to look at my lab report, and here you see I don't have those guess errors. It says no errors recorded, no errors recorded, no errors recorded. I did everything right. I'm going to get all my points because we're not worried about the name of the unknown yet, not till lab 10, because I did everything the directions said and I had no errors. So as you're going through, if you get stuck on anything, be sure to call me. Don't keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting it to change, because it's probably not, and you're just going to build up a bunch of red errors. The program is designed to record everything you do, so it's best to call me if you get stuck and can't figure out how to fix it, because a lot of times it's just a really small fix. Either call me or email me. Sometimes it's better to email and send a screenshot of what you're seeing on the screen, and then I can, instead of trying to explain it. Either way, whatever you're most comfortable with. If you get stuck, don't get frustrated. Give me a call.